Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is episode 5. Walk with me. Sorry this is going up late, but I've been very busy. I wasn't able to do it on Sunday night or Monday night, I guess. So it's going to go up Tuesday morning, hopefully, or early Tuesday afternoon. This was a better episode than I thought it was going to be honest with you, coming off the heels of a great episode 4, the best episode of the entire season. I thought this was going to be a pretty calm episode, and it wasn't. Not that it wasn't calm, but it had great pacing. I feel like this season, whoever's directing it, I don't know if they changed directors or changed script or something, but they did something great, and season 3 is doing a great job. So, since this is going up so late, I've got 10 pictures for you guys instead of just 2, because AMCTV.com released 8 more pictures, I guess. So that's awesome. So you'll have something more to look at this review. Unfortunately, since it's late, less people will probably be seeing it. But anywho, moving on. First thing I got to talk about is how Woodbury is having a party. Woodbury is actually a pretty cool place when you think about it. I mean, it opens up with the shot of them like having like a little barbecue. It honestly looks like any normal movie, of any time. Before, it doesn't even look like there's an apocalypse at all. It looks completely normal. They're having just a regular old time, just having drinks, cold drinks. Woodbury's a great place. It really is. The governor is immoral, I guess you could say, or just totally a dark, evil man, but the rest of the town like to live in it. It seems like a good enough place. So that's that. And we're going to talk a lot more about Woodbury through this episode, so just hang on there. There's a lot to say about them. So we'll move on to the next thing, which is what you're looking at right now, with the governor hanging out with his daughter, his zombified daughter. Now this was probably the weirdest scene in this season anyway, in my opinion. This was a weird scene. Probably the other weird one that I'm thinking of right now would be Rick trying to basically rape Lori back in that laboratory at the end of season 1, or whatever it was called, Central Defense Agency or something like that, whatever. This is weird because I don't know, what was he doing? Was he like soothing his daughter or something? Like was she actually being like? It looked like he was able to calm his zombie daughter. It was weird. That was really weird. But then another thing that I have questions about, and I'm not sure about, and you guys can let me know what you think in the comments below here. What did he not get scratched in this scene? It looked like she grabbed, as you can see in this picture too. She's grabbing his forearm there, and I thought she scratched it. And the weird thing about that is that, I mean, he must not have been scratched, because if he was scratched, then that's contradictory to what happened to Big Tiny, I think his name was, in episode 1 or 2. I think 2. Episode 2 or 3. I can't remember now. Where the big black guy gets scratched from behind and dies because of, or is going to die because of it. So, like, yeah, I'm very concerned. I'm very, like, I don't know what to say. Like, is biting the only thing that gets you infected? Or does scratching get you infected? Because there's a lot of times in this episode where people seem to get scratched, or are not even concerned that they might get scratched. Like, so I have big questions about that I'm not concerned about. But let me know what you think below. So that's that weird thing. That was weird. Then, moving on, Rick starts losing it here. At this point, Rick he lost his wife, and now he has a baby that's not even his, and the baby is actually female, which I was kind of interested in because I thought it would be a male for some reason, but it's actually a girl, as Dale points out. Or not? Is it Dale? No, Herschel. Dale's dead. My bad. I get them mixed up. All these old guys. There's a lot of things to say about this episode, but we're just gonna go through this step by step here. We're going to move on to the next slideshow for you guys here. 5 minutes in. I know we spent a long time on that slideshow, but now we're on to Michonne. We're going to spend some time talking about Michonne. What do I think about her? I thought she might die at the very when she left the gates at the end of the episode here, but she didn't. And right here, she is finding a pack of zombies who have been. Oh, this is messed up. This is a really messed up show. Okay, so she finds this group of like, I forget, it might have been like 6 zombies. I'm like, what are you doing, Michonne? I don't like Michonne, to be honest with you. I don't like her. I think she's great outside of Woodbury, but inside Woodbury, it's not where she belongs. You know, and that's fine. Just leave. And I'm glad she left. That was the best thing for Andrea and Michonne for her to leave, because she does not belong here. She doesn't. She doesn't get along with the people. She doesn't trust anybody. She's better as a lone wolf off in the woods, scavenging and doing whatever. You know, this is not who she is. So just let her go off in the woods and starve to death, or get bitten, or run around for the next 18 years. You know, that's who she is. Let her be that. Yeah, I don't like Michonne. Like, why are you doing all this stuff? Like, sneaking around through this abandoned part of the town and breaking up these walkers. Why? Why are you breaking up these walkers? These walkers, for what I thought at this point of the show, were for experimental research. You know? I don't understand why you just decided to hack them all down. Like, they're not humans. They weren't. I don't understand at all. I don't understand what you're doing, Michonne. So stop doing this, okay? Because it's bothering me, and I wouldn't miss it if I never saw you again on the show. To be honest with you, you're kind of a lame character with your samurai swords. Like, yes, here we'll just move on to the next slide. Shows here. There they all are. The 6 of them. Well, there's 3 of them there. There's probably more of them back. But getting cold here. And here she does her samurai stuff. But like, to me, it's just not interesting. It's like, oh yeah, you got great skills with a samurai sword. Whoop-de-doo. I don't really care. I'm not interested in your character at all. So that's my thoughts on Michonne. I know you'll probably disagree with me, but that's my opinion of her. She's been a frustrating character to watch because she's just a lone wolf, and she has no regard for the process of Woodbury. And add to that, when she does find out stuff, and Andrea wants some evidence, Michonne doesn't tell her anything. Like, if you really want Andrea to come with you and you want Andrea to understand the situation, then tell her the situation. Tell her what you found. Tell you what you think you found. You know? You have these opinions. You searched the military vehicles earlier, and you have an opinion, theories that, you know, that they're killing people outside for whatever. Then tell Andrea that, you know? Don't just sit back there and say, oh, you know, this place isn't what I thought it was. So that's kind of annoying for me to watch all that stuff. Let's move on to Daryl and the boys here. Look at that sick shot of Daryl with his, I don't even know what you call that thing. A poncho, kind of, like an awesome native poncho. That thing looks sick. He's got his big bike, which I think his bike actually is a little too noisy. But nevertheless, they don't seem to care too much. The zombies, like, I think the zombies would be drawn to it a little more, but they're not. But he's really cool. Daryl, I think this episode I really noticed that since Rick is falling apart, or at least for now he is anyway, like, he's a mess. You saw with the scene where Glenn went in there to talk to him, and Rick just, like, he didn't snap. Like, he is in a constant state of snapped. Like, he is not thinking right now. He is totally crushed by this whole thing. So that's crazy. Okay. What else we got here? It's so cold right now. Yeah, so Daryl's really awesome. So Daryl's really stepping up his game. Another person who's stepping up their game is Maggie. Like, if you look at those two people, you think, you know, this prison's got it going for themselves. But they really, in some ways, they do. Prison, because they are well defensed in Rick. If Rick gets his act together and comes back to normal, Rick can hold his ground, Maggie can hold her ground, Daryl can hold his ground by far. Like, they'll go down swinging if needs be. Glenn can probably hold his ground too. Dale cannot. Dale is a liability, seeing how he has one leg. Beth probably can't either. Carl can. I'll give Carl some credit. He can. And those two other prisoner guys, I can't remember their names. Their names escape me at this point. But they seem like they could hold their own ground too. As far as resources are concerned, I was beginning to wonder, like, you always see them going down the hallways with their flashlights, but are there that many? I guess there's enough batteries around that they could just keep on finding batteries, but it's just something I was wondering about, like, should they not be running out of ammunition? And why does Daryl always have an infinite number of crossbows? Does he just run around picking up his crossbows all the time? He must, I assume. Anyway, his crossbow's pretty sick. I'm not going to discredit that, but good stuff going on in this show between Maggie. I think is probably moving up my ranks. I mean, just look at this picture. She's cool. And the other thing we got to talk about is how creepy this classroom scene was when they went to the elementary school, and Daryl saw a girl named Sophia had one of those like McDonald's Happy Camp things on the wall. Only it wasn't McDonald's. Just it was an eerie scene, you know, going to a school. They didn't try and scare you with any babies, you know, which I really was expecting them to do, but they didn't. But what a messed up scene that was. That was eerie. So Michonne leaves. Good. That's really. Oh, before we talk about Michonne leaving, I have a theory. Dun, 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 dun. I have a big theory here about the show, and about Woodbury in particular. This is the big highlight of my episode this week when I thought about this, and that is that they are like, hey, here we go. I'm really excited to propose this theory here because this is a good theory. Woodbury is powering their town by using a mill. Because I think the governor, he mentioned a mill. Now, I'm not sure exactly how the mill works, but I'm picturing something. Let's see I'm not sure if you can see my mouse on the screen here, but basically you've got, if you can see it, I hope you can. You've got the zombies, they're going to walk in a circle around a pole, pushing something to turn something to generate power. Basically, I'm like a water wheel thing in a river. You know, like a water. What are those things called? Darn it, words! I can't remember my words. So anyway, they're gonna walk around in circles. But why they're walking around in circles is because they are being Woodbury. I believe this is a theory. This is a great theory. I'm pretty sure this is correct. That's how confident I am in this theory. Woodbury is capturing people from the outside, or using their own townspeople to power this this wheel by basically putting. So you got the bar that comes out from the center of the spoke, like a spoke, and the zombies are walking into it, pushing it, while they're constantly chasing, because they have an unlimited amount of energy, basically, a human around a track, around the circle, all day, 24/7. That's how they get the power. That's my opinion. That's my theory. Yeah, there we go. I like that theory. That theory is solid. Post in the comments what you think about that theory. I haven't read the comics, so I know nothing about Woodbury's, like how Woodbury, the history and the story of Woodbury at all. So it's a bit of it's a theory. I don't have any facts. Moving on, Michonne leaves. Great, best thing for both groups. She gets what she wants. Andrea thinks she gets what she wants. Another theory coming out right now, actually, that I thought of during the week before this episode came out, is I've been looking for a Lily Call through this whole, basically since I started playing the Walking Dead Telltale game, and I haven't found it yet. I haven't found her yet in the TV show. Now, she's not necessarily going to show up in the TV show, but since the TV show is based on the comics, there's quite a good chance that, and I think Lily plays a significant part of the comics from everything I've read about the comics on the wiki. So I think, this is my theory, that Andrea actually fills the role of Lily. Like, she's not Lily, but she's Andrea and Lily at the same time. Like Lily's character from the comic books is merged into Andrea. I'm just hoping I get Lily, and I guess this isn't quite a strong theory, but it's more of a hope. Is all my Lily theories are just hopes until we actually see a Lily. So I'm looking forward to, I mean, I would love to see that. That would be good. Another person that I really like from the show is the scientist guy, because a world like this is going to be created through science, and he's done a great job of it. I think he's one of my top 5 characters from this, maybe top 10 characters from the show already, and he hasn't even had any screen time, really. Oh my goodness. Almost 16 minutes into the show. Okay, moving on. Andrea and the governor having a little date over here. The governor is a cool guy. Let's not kid ourselves here. This man is cool. He's a gangster. He's cool. Andrea, you can see the look on her face there. She's like, "What in the world am I watching? This zombie boxing match thing was messed up." And Andrea was right. She was perfectly right. She hit the nail on the head when she said that you're making people think that walkers aren't dangerous, and that's exactly what they're doing. And I know it's not the intention of this promotion. The intention is to entertain. Nevertheless, they are very much making walkers seem harmless, which is not true at all. And I understand that the governor wants them not to fear. And in a perfect world, which this is far from, they would be able to, basically what the governor's ideal version of the town is the town is like basically a perfect center in which everything inside it is pure and everything outside of it is dealt with by Merle and him. So the people inside just live their lives normally, while the military presence in Woodbury is like pushing out and dealing with all the garbage in the world, trying to rid it. So that's that. Like this fight was messed up. Let's move to the next slide. I mean, look at this. Okay, going back to what I said earlier, like whatever happened to the zombies scratching you? Like, look at his hand. First of all, look at his forearm. It's right next to the zombie's face, and then look at his arm. It's like his hand is grabbing his chest. Like, Merle, you're gonna get scratched, buddy. Insanity. I don't understand. Unless they took their fingernails out, which it kind of looks like they might have done. It's just messed up. I don't understand. This entertainment was just like, this is weird. And I'll give the directors props to, or whoever came up with this idea to put this in here, because this is something that I have never seen in a zombie world, and yet it's extremely interesting. I'll give them that. It's an interesting little story. And here's another shot of the fight where this guy. I thought in the end that the loser was going to get eaten by the zombie, but apparently the teeth ripped out, so no concern there. Oh dear. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. Okay, let's wrap this episode up by going back to Rick, back to the main man, the man himself, Rick Grimes. I am really interested to see what happens with Rick Grimes in the next 5 episodes. We're already 5 episodes into the season. I can't believe it. So that means we've only got I don't know, how long does this season go for? 10 episodes? 8 episodes? I hope it goes for at least 10. It better go 10 or 12. Because we're halfway there now. Congratulations, Walking Dead. You've done a great job for this season. Okay, so here we go. We're looking at the shot. Oh man, this was messed up. Lori, and I'll give everyone who thought that Lori was not killed by Carl. I'll give them credit, because when I saw the blood there and no Lori, I was like, oh my goodness. All those people that told me that Lori wasn't dead or is a zombie were right. She's up and left. But then you see this walker here, and he's eaten. Oh, he ate all of Lori. I mean, what a shot. The guy is just, he ate all of Lori. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. And he's got this, I don't know, I don't understand why Rick stabbed the zombie. I understand he's in a complete state of shock, but I thought, when I saw him get the knife out and look to cut up the zombie, I thought he was going to go and get his wedding ring back. That's what I thought. I honestly thought that. But he didn't, so that was weird. Look at the zombie. He's so full of eating Lori that he can't even get up. He's just like, oh man, that was a good meal. Oh, it's so messed up. Oh, I can't even joke about it. That's nasty. That is messed up. That is messed up. Okay. And now we get to the final part of the episode, which, for anyone who's played the Walking Dead Telltale game, I don't know if they're in cahoots again together, but this is another very similar shot, okay, to the end of episode 4 from The Walking Dead. Rick, who's sitting right here, the phone rings. There's apparently a phone, like an old dial phone, in the room, which I don't know how that works because I thought they turned off all the generators and stuff, but anywho, they sorry, getting a yawn here. So he picks up the phone and I think he says, who is this, or hello or something, basically, and then it ends. Now that, I don't know how, like, that is so reminiscent of the Walking Dead Telltale episode 4 finale, when Lee Everett picks up the phone, well, the radio, and is like, and you get the option, it tells you to choose your words very carefully, you know, that, and then it ends, you know, it's just like, wow, that was such a parallel. So that's that. Who's on the telephone? I don't have any idea, and we still haven't found Carol. They're digging a third grave for Carol, and we haven't found her yet. I don't understand. I do not understand. And now the thing is, they dug... Oh my goodness, this is messed up. So now they've dug... Wait, hold on. Now I'm confused. How many... They dug 3 graves. But they already filled one in, because one of them already had a... Is Carol dead? I'm confused. I'm very confused about this. Because they dug 3 graves, right? But you see that scene with Daryl, which I just remembered now, going and laying a flower on the grave. Is that Carol's grave? Is it? I don't understand. Post in the comments below, please, people, about all these questions I have. Carol, is she dead? Was that her grave? Is she lost still? I don't know. Why did they not show her death if she is dead? What else to say? They have at least... They have... I don't know how many graves they have dug now. I think they were supposed to dig 3. We know one of them's covered in because Daryl put the thing there and there's the 2 marker there. I don't know about the other 2. You would assume they would be for T-Dog. T-Dog's... Maybe it's T-Dog's grave you put the flower on. Okay, that would make sense. I'm sorry this video's going long, but I'm trying to figure this out. And the other thing that spawned all this thinking was Lori now no longer has a body to bury because her body got eaten by a zombie. Oh my goodness. This is bananas. This is bananas. Rick Grimes has had a bad day. A very bad day. He hasn't even said hello to his daughter. And that scene where they were trying to name the daughter was very well done. Carl is a boss. He's upped his game so much. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to stop it here. If you have any comments on any of the theories or questions that I have, please post them below. And could you please give this video a like if you liked it? Because I got mixed reviews on my last video, and I don't know why. It's confusing. And if you do dislike this video, could you dislike it, you know? And comment why. Because I got like 8 dislikes and 8 likes on my last video, and I don't know why I got that kind of mixed reviews. Like, I don't know what I was doing wrong. So, constructive criticism, and tell me what's going on. So thanks guys for watching. Comment below, and looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Hopefully I'll have the next one up earlier. And sorry for making this video so long, but the longer the video is, the more I can get into it. I find that 5-minute and 10-minute reviews just don't cut it. You cannot cover a 45 to 50-minute video in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It's just, there's too much to talk about. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and have a good one.